I was born and raised in Southern California, and we moved to Oregon without my dad. And my mom had explained at the time that he had had invasive knee surgery. Come to find out much later in life that he was in prison for just a handful of many, many children he had molested. My mom, concerned for our income, returned us to his home. One night, we were in our new townhome. My sister and I were jumping on our brand new twin beds. I heard my dad yell from the other room to settle down. He'd come into the doorway with his shoe, and because I was jumping up and down on the bed, he'd beat me with the heel of his shoe to stop. Following that, I too began being molested by my dad from probably the ages of 3 to 4 to 13. A friend of his was coming through town, so he had him stay with us for a few days. It turned out it was an ex-cellmate of his. He would sit in the shadows of my room in the corner every night. I thought it was a blanket piled high in the corner. And so he too got in my bed and sexually abused me. I still sleep with the light on so I can see the corners of my room. I felt that there was no safety, not from a mother, not from a father, and not even God. When I was 15, I met a boy, and he was my out of my home. I married him as soon as I could. The second we said I do, he started beating me in absolutely inexplicable ways. I escaped him, and I met another boy. And just 3 days after my divorce was final, I was married again. That marriage lasted 13 years before it dissolved. From the wonderful age of 7, when I met my friend Jesus, I never doubted his existence. I always prayed to him. I kept talking to him. I just felt like maybe he turned a blind eye to me. I would love to go back to younger me and just thank her for holding on to Jesus. He saved me, and he delivered me, and I have purpose, and I have worth, and I have a voice now, and I want to use that voice to help others. I'm married now to my third husband. The kids were joking around in the kitchen one day about Christians and being agnostic, and my husband, the very next morning, packs us all up in the truck and takes us to church. We went there, and Judd, the worship, everything just blew our socks off. We stayed and we kept coming back. We signed up for groups. We signed up for Edge of Commitment. We began attending Celebrate Recovery, and that's been absolutely life-changing. I know that even with all of my choices, that I am forgiven. And I want to spend the absolute rest of my days kicking the enemy in the teeth, because I won. And I won because God won. I know I was saved to tell others that there's hope and to not give up.